What normal thing can't you do? I can't snap my fingers to make a clicking noise. So no one has to worry about you gaining the infinity gauntlet. The plus is, no one will expand in his ass. Produce insulin. Have a steady sleep cycle. This was me all of my life up until like 3 months when I got a steady job where I get up at 6, do physical work most of the day and get home at 4-5. I pass out in less than 30 minutes now and go to sleep before 11 every night. Compared to 25 years of needing at least an hour to pass out and would regularly stay up until 4. I can't stick my tongue out. Carry on a conversation. Mayo, sake me too. Grinned at responding, but after that, silence. I can only really carry on the conversation if it's something I'm interested in or we're good friends already. I can't swallow pills. I crush them up and eat them like a child. Snort them like a man. Fun fact. Growing up I was accidentally taught to snort good as brand headache medicine. Find out not till last year when my family walked into the kitchen while I had a raging headache and caught me killing a line. Think clearly while making eye contact. Edit. Thanks for the diagnosis. I'm not autistic. Do up the cuff buttons on my shirt while wearing it. I always need to take the shirt off first. I once got home from a serious place where I had to wear a shirt. I was so happy it was over I pulled the shirt over my head to take it off. But the cuffs were done up tightly, and I couldn't get them off my wrists. So I got stuck. Completely stuck. I couldn't get the shirt back over my head, and my wrists were basically tied up. I had to get to the kitchen and slice the shirt off with a bread knife. I got stuck in a shirt when I was a child. Pretty panic inducing. Visualize things in my mind. I recently found out I have a disorder called aphantasia. Holy shit, I didn't know that people actually literally see when they think of something. When they talked about visualizing things I assumed they were being figurative. Glad I can put a name to it now. I don't get it. What happens in your mind when you read a word? For example, apple. Do you not see an apple in your mind's eye? I just know what I'm thinking of. Of course, having seen an apple in real life I obviously know what it looks like, so that's a little easier to imagine. But at the same time I don't actually see it in my head. I just know that's what I'm thinking of. But with fiction, for example, I have no idea what some stuff looks like if it doesn't have a real world counterpart. Like if some sci-fi book has a race of aliens. Even if they describe it, I don't really have an image of them in my head. Read analog clocks quickly. It takes me far longer than it should. I wore an analog watch for years to fix that. Eventually I came to the conclusion, while staring at my wrist for multiple seconds, that may be analog and I were just not meant to be. I have a digital watch now. That's a symptom of dyscalculia. If you also have a hard time measuring other things like distance, volume, or numbers, you may want to get checked. I cannot roll my R's. I've been trying since I took Spanish in middle school. It just isn't in the cards for me. It's easy, you just gotta go like this. Instructions and clear. Joined pirate crew. Scra. I can't do basic mental math fast. What takes someone about 2 seconds will take me roughly 15 or more. Adding and subtracting are the hardest. Multiplication is the only one I can do, but I have to sing those songs in grade school that I was taught. Math has caused me anxiety since I started school. I'm 29 now and it still gets to me every day. Flirt. Can't do it even if my life depended on it. Watching other people flirt is like watching a damn magic trick. You think you're following what they're doing, then something happens, and nothing is where you thought it was and you have no idea how it got that way. Talk on the phone to anybody. Same. I usually try to text. Walk downstairs without gripping on for dear life because I fall downstairs ridiculously easy. Mayo. Edit. Thank you to everyone who is giving me advice for health problems this might relate to. You're so kind for being concerned. I can definitely check out the conditions you mentioned, but just to let you know I am deaf in one ear and I have been diagnosed with slight dyspraxia. So I'm assuming it's either one of those. I have to look down so I can see my feet when I go downstairs. Putting things in alphabetical order. Always have to sing the alphabet to figure out where it goes. Not too uncommon. This is actually part of a DUI test. Drunk people 9/10 sing it. Edit. Drunk people sing it out loud. Sober eye their head. I have never been able to wink. I've tried all the suggestions. It just won't happen. I look so stupid trying. Tell the difference between the open and close buttons in an elevator. When I only have a few seconds to glance at them, there is no difference between triangles pointing in or out. Just take your chances with delimbing someone. I can't do bubblegum bubbles and also blow up balloons. Edit. Because so many people asked, I have a heart condition and because of that I'm quickly out of breath. D, which leads to me being unable to blow up balloons. I'm with on you on the bubblegum. Me 3. Whenever I'm running I need to completely stop in order to drink water, otherwise I'll either spill the water all over me or trip. Imagine me on a marathon. Edit. Okay, so I meant to say walking but that's not a problem anymore. I'm working on the jogging running part now. I'm happy to see there are others with the same condition, the trick is to literally watch your step. Look down while taking a sip and voila. Edit 2. So, after many people have brought this to my attention and there are some others that don't believe this is possible, I've been conducting a research and among the most important facts, here's a resume. We seem to experience a processing bottleneck in the brain. We don't have multi-core processors with multi-threading, hence we cannot literally perform two cognitive tasks simultaneously. Our cognitive resources had to be focused on walking or drinking. Source. I know this is not the same, but it is kinda similar. I can't even walk while drinking. I either need a straw or need to come to a complete stop. Brain just can't compute doing both at the same time. I always end up choking. The trick for this is to walk really slow while looking directly at the foot you have in front so you can watch your step, no joke, lol. I'm 25 and don't know how to swim. I got scared during my swim lessons, age 7 or 8, and went into fight or flight mode, hitting my instructor a few times. I never got past the guppy level. Burp. I'm physically unable to burp. I just make this terrible gurgling sounds. Yet same here. Apparently a small percentage of people just can't burp. It's agonizing at times. Can you fart like a champ though? In the evening, all the gas that has been stored up finally finds a way out and my wife hates it, lol. Admit attraction to anyone in fear they might feel uneasy or pressured. Unsolicited advice trick is to respond gracefully regardless of their answer. Can't place the correct number to its respective month just from memory. I always have to start from January while counting on my fingers. There was a circular map of months in my grade 2 class. July and August are at the top in my mind. December and January at the bottom. I see it anytime I think of months. Brains on eat. Oh yeah, also in case anyone hasn't heard about it, there's a trick for knowing how many days are in a month. Start on your pinky knuckle for January, then move to the dip and that's February. Then knuckle dip through all the months. Don't use your thumb dip or knuckle. You go pointer knuckle to pointer knuckle. Knuckles are 31. Dips are 30. Except February of course, cause it has to be a special snowflake. Whistle. I can whistle normally, but can't with fingers. I've been trying to do it since I was like 7 years old with no luck. I had a friend in elementary school who could whistle with his fingers. One time, the class went on a small trip to the nearby zoo. We walked there because it was so close, and at one point we had to walk through a metal tunnel that went underneath the road. In that tunnel, everything echoed. As kids, it was fun to make noise in there. Once the class was all inside the tunnel, my friend did a piercing finger whistle and killed everyone's excitement for a second. It was pretty funny. Spell. At least autocorrect exists to help Somites. Can relate. Totally relatable. I can't stand up without getting dizzy. You should see a doctor. Be comfortable with people touching me. I will never get the hang of it. I absolutely hate it when people touch me, especially suddenly. Sit with my back facing most of the people in a room. Are you a hitman or secret agent? Place items in the bagging area according to the Walmart machines. Edit. Thanks a ton for the upvotes, gold, and silver. Made my Friday guys. Scan item. Place and bag computer. Screaming. Unknown item in the bagging area. Attendant has been notified to assist you. Every time I hear this, oh great. Everyone thinks I'm a dum-dum now. Thanks for watching. Now here are some cute puppies, also please subscribe and like the video.